How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? Yeah, it's not cliche. I'm not just saying it because, well, what we should do if I tell her how I'm doing? I really want to know how you are doing. Because if, like me, you live in Nigeria, of course, the world is a global village. That means everything happening in Africa, you see it anywhere else you are in the world. But this month of January has been the month with the most. Like, have you been seeing the updates all over social media? I just took some time to think before going to bed last night. Like, how are we really coping? Because our minds, our spirits are like sponge. We take in things from the environment. We see these things, we hear them. Whether you want to hear them or not, you hear them. Whether you want to read them or not, as you just come online, you see several negative news. Where do we start from? Earlier on this month, we heard the news of a gospel artist found with the head of a girl. He had just committed murder. He was caught red-handed with the head of the young lady he had just killed. For whatever reasons, he claimed he was a gospel music artist. Whether that's true or not, it's his business. Of course, it's not true. After then, there was the news of a wife whose husband had just chopped off her both hands. From there, we moved on to the wife whose husband had poured petrol on her and burnt her to death, leaving 6 kids. Is it 5 or 6? I think it's 6 kids, or is it 5 boys? I will try and put the picture here. We're not even done with that one. We are still talking about why is this world so cruel? There was news of gas explosion, fuel tank explosion that took lots of lives of people. People were burnt to death while they were rushing to take petrol from the tanker that had just fallen. What is happening in this world though? Several things. There was gas explosion somewhere else in Port Harcourt. Lots of persons died this January. When we are saying, oh God, let this month just come and just get over with. The ongoing drama between Easy T and the music ministers under the label Mercy Chinwo, Judy K, every one of them, that drama is just going on and dragging. Who is right, who is not right, 50%. Oh God, January, can you be done? Two-Face and his wife came again and said, after 25 years of marriage, it is over. And I'm like, how are we coping? We who are hearing all this news, how are we coping? And to wrap it all up, Donald Trump is now the new president of the United States, and Nigerians everywhere are excited, happy, yeah, Trump won. Then we hear the news that they are deporting 3,600 Nigerians back into the country. We're like, oh, why now, Donald Trump? We rooted for you, we prayed for you to win. And still, that is not enough. Just today, I just heard the news of a man who murdered his best friend for 20,000 naira. That is the most ridiculous and annoying of them all. Because how do you kill somebody, your friend, for 20,000 naira? I asked my husband, is it $20,000? Like 20,000 naira, a basin of gari, a custard of rice. What can you really do with that? That would make you your friend. In fact, when he was being interviewed, he was asked, did he do anything to you? He said no, the young man did nothing. Just because he was promised a meager sum of 20,000 naira, he offed his best friend. The negativity just seems to be making the round every day, and like sponge, we might find ourselves soaking in these things because we hear them in our office spaces or in the bus on your way to work or in your neighborhood, in your compound. You hear relatives discussing it, you see it on social media, you read it, you hear it, you are soaking it in. I'm here to say, silence the noise in your mind. Silence the noise in your mind. Yes. Why is it important to silence the noise in your mind? You can go to the gym, eat healthy, do everything. But if your heart and your mind is not healthy, you are unhealthy. Because Jesus said in the Bible that a man is not defiled by what goes into him, but by what comes out. When you have taken all these things in, sometimes you find yourself giving off negativity. Fear becomes the environment in which you operate from. I read a post a young lady wrote and said, if a gospel artist, a gospel music minister can commit ritual by killing a young lady, then it's better I follow Yahoo boys, according to her, because then I will know how to protect myself. I will know that I have to be smart. But this one, the young girl believed he was a Christian, so she ended up being offed. And I'm like, no, that is speaking from a place of fear. There is no proof that young man was a music minister, a gospel music minister in the first place. People claim whatever titles they want to claim, and we ought not to operate from the stance of fear. This same January, our lovely Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo proposed to his wife of over 20 years again. But do you hear he's making the rounds like the divorce news is? No, because bad news sells faster. Media thrives on churning out bad news over and over again. So it will keep trending, people will keep sharing it. But the good news of a husband and wife who have been together for 20 years and they are renewing their marriage vows to continue doing life together will not make the rounds like that. Protect your minds. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Remember, if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't take care of your mind, who will? Don't be depressed by the news. Don't let the news of divorce and whatever is happening affect your relationship or marriage. Remember, for every one bad news you hear, there are several other good news occurring. In conclusion, in summary, please silence the noise in your mind. Even if you see these things, read these things, don't let it change the core of who you are or change the way you see life. Do not relate to people out of fear because somebody his best friend for 20,000 naira. I will not trust anybody anymore. I will not have a friend anymore because this person is leaving his wife of 25 years. It means there is no true love anymore. It means I won't go into marriage. No, not at all. For every bad example, there are good examples. There are friends who have been together for years, helping each other become the best version of themselves. There are couples like Pastor Kingsley and his wife who have been together for over 20 years and are still thriving in love, harmony, unity, and in purpose. So be strong. Make sure you keep your mind strong. Don't let these things affect you or shake the core and your person. Let it not change who you are. That's the message I'm bringing to you. So much negativity exists in the world. It will not stop. I remember when I was younger, growing up, every night, my dad, 9 p.m. news, NTA, he would just turn on the news. Everybody would sit in the sitting room to watch the news with him. And then one day I asked him, Daddy, must there be news every day? Must something happen? What if you on the TV one day and there's no news? My father said, no, something must happen. And something has been happening since I was a baby, a young teenager, up till now. Something will keep happening. Our world will keep having negative news. But don't let it change the core of who you are. Know who you are. Don't let these things affect you. Stay strong and see you in February. We hope for February to be a better month filled with love, light, and peace in all the nations of the world. Take care and thank you for joining me today. I remain your friend and sister Ada, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.